Alright, welcome back to We Happy Few. Last we left off, we went through a tunnel. We went through a subway, had some flashbacks, then broke into this place to find out we knew the crazy old bastard was named
That's
Ollie
Margaret
and our
from
next door
school.
neighbor.
Margaret, what's her name?
Now we have
She
to
was
break
supposed to go on the
into
train,
a
but then she disappeared.
break into a fort, then to get something that Ollie needs. Before we do that, oh fuck yes. It's important to be careful around this area because there's fucking thieves somewhere.
Where's the paradox?
Now that we got that skill, we can get going. Ooh, more of these? Hell yes. Since we're breaking into a fucking base filled with old ass soldiers, it made me think about remember my fucking ROTC class back in high school. And not just that, a friend of mine and someone I work with, don't know why this fucking button is here if it does nothing. And it reminded me of some stories from a friend of mine's, and a guy I work with who were all in ROTC. But before I go with
You
that,
two bloody listen to me, alright? One fine day, the seaboys come running into the regimental HQ, saying there's an elephant broke loose. Now, elephants is very gentle creatures most of the time, and they get along just fine with their man who rides them. He's called a mahout. But when they're in heat, you have to chain them up. And this one, they got loose. And his mahout went chasing off in exactly the wrong direction. And the elephant runs into the market and starts eating peaches. And the coolie tries to stop him. And the elephant, steps on him something horrible. Mashes him right into the mud, and skin comes off his back.
who
like he
took
was
their
peeling
pants
a
off?
grape. So the seaboys come running up to this general. Only then, he was a major, and say,
These guys are all just fucking passed out, drunk as shit, and someone has no pants
and he
on.
goes down to the market. Only now, the elephant isn't in the market anymore. It's in a field eating leaves, as calm as never mind. So, there's no cause to shoot it anymore. And by now the mahout's come back and he's screaming and jabbering about, oh, please don't shoot my elephant. You see,
Honestly, you
he's
can just
got up with
stand here,
elephant
not
his whole life. And he don't know
However
how to
you
do any other
want,
job
make
except
as
sit on
much
that
noise as
elephant
you
and tell it
want,
to
and
pick
this
up a
guy
log
won't
and
fucking turn
carry
around
it
from
over
the
there.
story.
But the elephant's taking the life of a man, you see. A coolie, but a man. And the moat's crying and jabbering and cool as a summer breeze. The general chambers around, puts it right through the elephant's heart. And the wind just goes out of it. It just kneels down and sighs. And then it's gone. And all the villages are running to get their knives because it's free meat. Now see, a lesser man would have trembled at the thought of shooting an elephant that's just calmly standing there eating leaves. He might have missed out. Some civilian in Burma had to shoot a rogue elephant and he had to practically empty a whole magazine into the poor thing, and it was half an hour of the time. But the general makes a tough choice, see. So don't you armchair generals tell me what you would have done. Just follow orders and we'll win the next war. The general's promised, all right?
So anyway, oh, bread? Yes. These are gonna be useful later on. Oh, we're gonna need that. Fucking drunks. What's up here? More booze. Oh, this.
You can't go on it.
They said I could.
Well, of course the Germans said you could go on it. I'm saying you can't.
I've never been on a battleship.
But that's not the point. We hate the Germans, and that battleship is part of the reason the Germans are our lords and masters right now. Do you remember when they came over in all the little boats?
Do you mean in 1942 or in 1943?
Do you want people to spit on Mum when she goes to the market?
She doesn't go to the market since 1945.
But look, this is just one of those things. I can't explain every single detail of everything to you.
Are you mad at me?
I'm not.
You're not?
I mean, yes, I am mad. I was mad, but now I'm not. Look, please don't go on the Bismarck. It will get you into trouble, which means I'll then be in trouble.
Alright.
You won't go?
I couldn't go without you anyway.
For once, that's a relief.
I could sit down here and enjoy the view, but no.
No fucking civilians! Yeah, I have to kill you now.
Christ. I better not let anyone see me out of uniform.
Back in my first run through of this part, I thought I could look around for a uniform to blend in, but there's a quest later on once you finally get back into the city called Old Soldiers, and you can get you do that quest, and one of the things you can get, and the useful item you can get from it is called the officer's uniform or whatever, and you can't wear it inside the city, but you can come back here with it on, and the soldiers will just think you're one of them. And people in the garden district won't mind. Now, over here.
Do you ever wonder why the Germans didn't take their tanks with them when they left?
I've made a map. There's a hole in the fence, inside the dump. You just have to get in here, get the key, and cut the power. Then, sneak out into the darkness while I rob them blind. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
How do I cut the power?
The General keeps the keys in his desk.
You want me to break into the General's office?
Any way you can scotch the power is fine by me, lad. I'll meet you back at the train station.
What if they spot me?
I'd run. They don't have a lot of ammunition, but they're terribly handy with their bayonets.
That's your plan B? Run?
Well, you could ask them for some of their famous hot buttered crumpets, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, dumbass.
They can't run very fast. They're all old farts, like me.
All right, Ollie. Oh, Ollie's sleeping potion for those chaps on the bridge.
So anyway, back to the ROTC bullshit.
Ollie said there was a hole in the
My
fence in the
story's
dump.
first since
That sounds more
I was
safe than
actually
walking in by the
cool.
front gate.
Oh, another one.
Arthur! Arthur? You get down from that tree before I chop it down.
Do you know why they're registering us?
The Germans love their lists, that's all.
They're taking us away on a train to Germany. You know about it, don't you?
Who told you that? It's ridiculous.
Oh, you all know about it, just not the kids.
Look, they've got cows there. It's not going to be powdered milk. They might even have chocolate.
Oh, chocolate makes it
Fuck
all
yeah,
better.
European
They've
chocolate's a
got
hell
tanks,
of a lot better than
Arthur.
American
Haven't you
chocolate.
noticed? How are we supposed to argue with tanks?
I don't want to go to Germany.
It's only for a little while, I think.
I don't want to be a hostage.
Calm down. Let's have some tea.
Oh, right, I'll come down.
Of course he comes down for fuck me. Of course he comes down for tea.
I think I might be stuck, actually.
Any British person would be tempted by tea. So anyway, my first story, probably within within the first few weeks of me joining ROTC the second semester, this guy came in who used to be in our battalion, but graduated probably about 10 years or so before us, and he came in, told us my company these two amazing fucking stories, and the first one was he talked about like how
Who goes there?
him and the drill team
Smoke him out!
fuck.
That's a bloody German! Get him!
For England and St. George!
Just kill a couple old fucks.
They're here! They're back!
Ah, fuck.
Go back to Germany, you swine!
It's started! It's finally stopped!
Bastard!
Hit the dirt!
Come back for another meeting!
Jesus fucking Christ, these
Back
guys.
for more! We've beat you once, we'll... They're here! They're back! Back for more punishment! It started!
We beat... come back for another beating?
Fuck off, you old fuck.
For England
That rather hurt.
and St. George!
Of course you have fucking grenades, dick.
Go back to Germany, you swine! It's started!
Can't believe I have to
It's finally
fucking waste one of
started.
these damn things.
Grenade!
What the fuck ever.
On me! Come back for another beating?
Die, fucking bitch. Get the fuck on the ground.
For England and St. George! Go back to Germany!
God damn, run out
We
of
beat
stamina
you once,
fucking
we'll
faster,
beat
you lazy
again.
bitch. Fuck.
Just lie down.
What's in here? Nothing. So anyway,
All right. Here goes. Papier-mâché. We took all the kids to the train station. We sent them off to Germany because of papier-mâché.
alright, before I get back to the story, fucking paper mache is. If these tanks are made out of paper mache, then they're probably French tanks. Just saying. Anyway, the first story he told us was, this guy told us was that he went, while in drill team, he, like stood in front of the doorways to the locker room and, naked and, with his tongue out in a, like, some kind of, like, seducing, look or whatever. And, then, he would, every time someone would open the door to come in, he would, make a different pose, every time someone would,
Anyone finds
Fucking-
Private Elston's trumpet, please return
Roger,
it at
sir.
once.
he would, make a different pose, every time someone would open the door.
Pay for it, sir.
Fucking how do you not see me, you dumbass? And it was just fucking funny, and he actually went with making poses. The second one was a lot more funny. In ROTC, our instructors have separate locker rooms for the instructors and the cadets. So what
Personnel.
this guy
Patrols
did,
should be
he
particularly
jacked
careful in
the
the forest. More than the usual
he
number
jacked
of
the,
plague
fucking-
victims have been spotted there recently.
he jacked the, somehow got his hands onto the keys to the instructor's locker room. Then all of drill team took turns taking a dump into the instructor's toilet. What's this?
Oh, I can't go, Percy. I feel terrible. I keep wanting to throw up, but I never quite can.
But we're supposed to tell. We're supposed to tell the scouts about the plants across the river.
Actually, you're supposed to tell the scouts. Well, I nod sagely.
I can't hear you.
you're not sick, Percy. Just go and tell the scouts about the plants.
I can't talk to them.
Do you think they're gonna be nasty to you without me?
No.
Well, I'm vomiting.
I want to make my brother some tea.
Are you gonna just not show up? Alright, look. I'll phone them. Just remember to turn the flame off this time. Alright?
So, drill team takes turns taking a dump in the instructor's toilet, and first sergeant goes in there, and everyone just hears him yell, "Oh my god!" because they can flush the fucking toilet. Then
Turn it to the kitchen.
the final story he told, which had me, and by this time I was covering my face trying not to laugh, and my face was red. Then his final story was they got a fog
I think someone
machine,
pinched him.
speakers set up playing techno, so that and one of them went into First Sergeant Siobhan's office, and into First Sergeant Siobhan's office, like, "First Sergeant, you gotta come quick, the boys' locker room is flooding." And then, like, he runs in there, all these guys are naked, like, he runs in there, techno music blasting, strobe lights
Who's there?
going off, fog machine filling the room, and all these fucking high schoolers are just grinding on First Sergeant. And after this point, and he was just making them, like, he got up and started doing the motion of what they were doing to him, and I was just dying for 5 fucking minutes straight. I couldn't keep it together until they stopped telling the story, until he, like, 5 minutes later, he walks out. First Sergeant at some point looked into the door's window, wondering what was going on. I was leaning over, about to fall off my chair because I was laughing so hard.
Office.
And then, like, 5 minutes later, oh fuck, I don't have any bobby pins? What the hell? Like, I couldn't keep it to 5 minutes later. I finally just, like, cough, like, and gag from about to throw up because I couldn't keep it together. Please tell me I don't need. Oh, fuck yes. Fuck yes. Then, ooh, more booze. More booze. The company commander, asked me if I'm alright. I was like, yeah. Like, I was like, where'd that guy go? Like, my squad leader at the time was like, he fucking left because you were laughing so hard. Then, he comes back in eventually,
Well, alright, clever clogs. Piano music, eh? Maybe I should have
like,
played.
fucking nothing happens,
If it leads underground like the others,
and we just go on about our day. Then, what happened? What's another one? Sophomore year, what I started doing was, like, we have these cater conferences, in my battalion. I'm not sure about, I found out, from, the guy I work with is, They probably call it something different. And what we do is like we have a free period and practically have a party. Like we bring in an Xbox, pizza, snacks, and whatever, and we just dick around. Then like I would get these like poster board papers like you get in like in HEB is our grocery store, and fuck me sideways. I need more. How do I not have fucking lock picks? Fucking wear some more God damn it. Anyway, I'd get these poster boards and make giant obnoxiously large party hats for certain people, like fuck you, company commanders, platoon leaders, and whatnot. So what I did was, cause our fucking company commander at the second year was had a fear of cotton balls, and when he told us this, he was like, "Hey, what do you call a fear of cotton balls?" And my smart ass just like speaks up like a vagina, and everyone just starts laughing, and he was like, "Well, fuck you." And so I, like, this cater conference, I made him a party hat with pedo bear on it, and and I just covered the damn thing in cotton balls, and I had a picture of it at some point. I don't know where it is, of him wearing it, and when they like, I had his face covered up with a rag, and so he wouldn't see it when I pulled it out of my bag, which was, by the way, fucking hard as, which wasn't really pulling it out because it was like halfway sticking out of my backpack, and
Infiltrator!
fucking, you're supposed to.
Well, it's for
that's
knocking
better.
down my blocks in kindergarten.
Which was practically sticking halfway out of my backpack. So I just pull it,
Have a way to
pull
take
it
people
out.
out of commission without killing them.
Yes, I need you. All are useful. I pull it out, put it on his head, and as I was pulling out, and because everyone knew he had a huge fear of cotton balls, they were like, you just hear them all simultaneously go, "Oh, oh fuck," and he just takes it and is like you could just see him just like all fucking nervous, like, okay, and just like continues to wear it for the rest of the period. And I'm pretty sure he, oh fuck.
Hit the dirt!
Okay, fucking why? Where the fuck did he go?
It started! It's finally started! Go back! Come back for another beating! For England! And St. George! We beat you once, we'll beat you again.
I wouldn't be too sure about that bitch. I already killed like
Back for
4 of your guys.
punishment.
Oh, what the hell? I blocked that.
It's started. It's finally started. Come back for another beating. Go back to Germany, you swine.
About fucking time you die, you old
We really
fuck.
have to do this.
I don't even know, I'm pretty sure he still has it at some point, I'm just not sure where. And my next story, I fucking, what was it? On Valentine's Day one year, the same year,
Cook has lost his wedding.
we had balloons filled with helium being sold at in the cafeteria. So what I do, like I saw it, and because my ROTC period was right after lunch, I grabbed one of the balloons, went to ROTC, and with ROTC, you have to you have this whole thing of you have to stand at attention when company starts. They call company attention. You stand at attention, and the first sergeant comes in. Your company first sergeant comes in, calls roll. Then once your name's been called, you can sit back down. When it got to me, I already prepared it to where I could inhale the helium.
Attention all personnel. It is
And my smart ass went,
if your feet are sore,
took a
after your
huge
day,
hit of it,
take a break
and in such
join
a
the
high-pitched
next Monday.
voice, I went,
Volunteers
"Here,
will be
bitch!"
excused
and just
from
sat
marching.
down. Everyone was fucking dying after that shit. And, fucking, what was it? Oh yeah, same thing.
Alright. Alright. Here goes.
And, my smart ass fucking,
He knew it was alarm, didn't he?
like, didn't even get in trouble. They just, everyone was just dying
I'm not
for
gonna be
the
able to
next
jump over the fence
couple
from this
minutes.
side.
And,
To the general secret hatch. That's my way out.
and they just went on with it. And probably my junior year, like this was after some whole huge hazing scandal with our battalion that came up. Like there's this whole hazing scandal that happened in our ROTC battalion that our old our lieutenant colonel who was pretty much loved by everyone, and the first sergeant were let go, and our new instructors was a major who was pretty much helped run our battalion as a substitute for the second semester, and a sergeant first class who ooh, what the hell? Should probably lock this in case. Fucking get on the desk. Motherfucker. Where's another goddamn... Now I don't want to fucking leave this place until I fucking get that damn thing. Wait. Oh. Let's see where I can find another bobby pin. The
Who goes there?
What, I'll push the cherries? What's that?
Who's there?
anyway, fucking can I get over there? Let's see. And anyway, our new instructors were a sergeant major, which by the way you don't want to fucking mess with those, because they will rip your ass apart. And the same major who the same major from the year before. Where are you, bitch? Now I fucking know why I wasn't fucking...
What's that?
That's better. What do you got? And after and this was my junior year, so we had this did this car wash thing, and I just remembered this probably when my friend who also told me about this, who was telling me his stories probably sometime last year when I asked him about, when he told me he was also a cadet at one of our rival schools. And what I did this year was when we had this car wash, what's in here? I never fucking been in here before. God damn, I fucking took all of them. Let's get rid of... And what we did at this car wash was pretty much to give us more of a bigger budget for our ROTC battalion. And fucking pretty much people would volunteer for coming to ooh, more?
No one saw me
God
hide.
damn it, get the fuck out.
I bet I could stay here forever. At least until I starved
hello?
to death.
And like this year junior year we had a car wash to give ROTC a bigger budget. So I show up ready to and it would be a competition to see who would be able to raise more money for guys and girls. So, okay, what the fuck? So, I show up ready to make a fucking scene out of this. And I just come in with a fucking bikini and cut off jean shorts, ready to fucking make people fucking laugh at this poor fucking excuse, at this fucking ridiculous excuse of car wash. And I was just getting into it, just rubbing all over the fucking cars while washing them. And and at some point I was oh fuck, I was having to had to ask God damn it, fuck off, you fucking old fucks.
We beat you once, we'll beat you.
I was just getting fucking into it, and at some point I was having to stop, like, the instructors were like, yeah, you gotta turn it down. As funny as it is, you're gonna have to turn it down. And it seems like I'm just making this up, but it's not. I fucking did it.
They're bombing us again!
Fucking get in there. That's right, bitch. Oh, what the fuck?
For more punishment! They're here!
Oh well.
Go back to
Alright. Now fucking to get this. Now, my final, fucking joke I did, was, senior year when, our end of the year awards ceremony for all the, we'd hand out awards, and promotions for, the battalion, and, have like at the end of it we would announce who was honor company, and by the end of it I was a sergeant first class and a platoon sergeant, and what I managed to get fucking honor company, which was the best award you could your company could get every year, and I managed to get a 4 years in a row honor company. Then
Newspaper. Fucking glue.
oh yeah, I'm gonna have to come
If
back
I
to
can make
do
it back to Ollie alive, he'll help me get
a
out of town. Assuming that wasn't
side
a
quest
lie,
for this.
that won't be an awkward conversation at all, will it?
Well, you're dead.
Who's up? We beat you once, we'll beat you again. They're here.
Old fuck.
What have we
Where
come
are
to?
you? Well, nobody's gonna know where you are anymore. Bye, bitch.
Attention all personnel. Soldiers found
Close enough.
will be given 30 days
Then, what I did was,
court-martialed and dishonored.
and part of it was seniors had to, bring in baby pictures, then, pictures of who they were, like, baby pictures, like, before and after, to where they, to what they were, as, graduating. So what I did was, how I got ready for this was, I did like a towel wrap around my head like you were drying your hair off, and like the towel wrap around your body, sitting on my couch with my Xbox controller, drinking something for this joke. And when it came up, like, we had these special guests and the principal there, who pretty much knew, pretty much, the principal pretty much knew I was gonna do some, pretty much knew me for doing, because the loading screen cut me off. The principal knew me for doing some jokes, sometimes, so, nobody, so he was there, and he probably had a suspicion of me doing something, and
I can probably get in the way I got
like,
out.
when
in
it
the back
came
of the
to my
station.
picture, everyone, like, I didn't have a baby picture or anything like that. It was just me, who I was as I was graduating. And when that picture came up, everyone just started fucking dying on the spot, because that shit was just stupid and ridiculous. And like the guests were just like, what the hell is going on? The principal was just like smiling and putting his face into his hand. Oh, while I was in ROTC, I was on the rifle team, and we had these high-powered airsoft guns, fucking BB guns, and get the fuck away from me, Cat, I'm busy. And the team leaders, all 4 years, would hate me for when I would call bullseyes. It was like, hey, fucking first year team leader, this is gonna be a bullseye, and hit it, and I was like I'd look at him and he'd look at me. I was like, I fucking hate you. And then I just keep going, laughing my ass off. Then like 1 year at a competition, like my first competition,
That's a fair bit of Christmas there, isn't it?
Did you know the power switch was alarmed?
They're all quite mad, you know. Sometimes I think they want the Germans to come back.
Did you know the power switch was
It's
alarmed?
a shame of it, you see. They want another go.
You bloody knew!
How would I have known that? For fuck's sake, Artie, times are hard, but you and I go back a ways.
The tanks were hollow, Ollie.
What's that?
It's tank armor. The tanks, they're made of papier-mâché. We could have fought them if they didn't really have tanks.
No.
We wouldn't have given them Percy and the
We're all
others.
risen up.
I wouldn't have had to lie my way off that train. Oh my God. I lied my way off that train. I wasn't too old to go.
You don't forget a thing like that.
Didn't you hear me? I convinced the Germans they had my birthday wrong. If it was only me, I'd just take my happy pills and sleep through the end of the world. But I promised. I promised Percy I'd keep him safe while we were in Germany. You promised to help me get to the bridge.
The one in the parade on Apple Home? How would you even get to it? You can't even go to Maidenholm. They shut that bridge down last week. No. You're right. You're always right. Ever seen one of these?
What does it do?
Haven't the foggiest. But supposing you took this to the bridge to Maidenholm, and supposing you told the bobbies you were there to fix the bridge works, it might enhance your credibility.
And from Maidenholm, I can get to Appleholm.
And Appleholm has the only bridge out of Wellington Wells. See? Easy peasy.
By the way, I like how there's all this loot here to
See you on the
take,
other
but
side.
you can't fucking come back
I'd
in
rather
here.
doubt that. Adieu, Artie. Good luck.
So anyway, my first competition one year, probably my junior year, we were, ooh, I forgot, is there loot over here? I want to check if I can actually come back in here. I couldn't last time. Why am I stuck out? Nope, I can't. Fuck that guy. This was like, this was in a building near our school, in that, when we had this competition, and we were pretty much done, we, like, one of the guys on the team told me about this thing called action figures therapy. So what we did was look up this video he told me about, like action figures therapy, honey badger. Like within a minute of it, like we had to pause it because like I was like barely able to hold my face closed, like cover my face to keep myself from laughing out loud. So we had to like go outside, continue watching the video. I was dying. It was so fucking funny. And like people, and like after I'm not gonna jump that. Like we go back inside after I'm all done. People from another school are like, "Are you okay?" And like, yeah. And so we go back in. Like people from our precision, like the precision team people, were like telling us like, "Dude, you were laughing so hard. We fucking all of us simultaneously looked towards the door. Even the colonel, which by the way he lives like 2 streets away from my house, Found that out sophomore year for Halloween. Then gotta get out of here. And during my first, this was a story of, oh fuck, there are the bees. This is like a story I forgot about. It was a, get you, because I need that. Next we'll work on these. Like, this was a story from my, military ball. What it was is, military ball is pretty much just, prom for ROTC kids. And, I come, like, and I was, like, onto the Saber Guard thing,
I don't remember too much now.
What Saber Guard is, like, you'd have, 2 rows of, they would march out, split up one side over here of freshmen, and I was one of the backups because I came in on the second semester that
I
year.
should have gone with him.
Because they fucked up my schedule. Then as we were standing outside, we always have a guest speaker, but from what I hear this year, this guy went on for like probably about 45 minutes to an hour, and at some point he started talking about whale bones. And because of that guy, we had to like urge on guests, like really tell guests to keep their speeches to about 15 minutes. Alright, I'm gonna cut it off here. Next we're gonna do this whole line to get into the city. And I'll continue talking about the stories from what my friends told me as my friend and as my coworker talked about as cadets in the next part. See you later.